The following podcast has been rated R. You've been warned. Welcome to the greatest DC Legends podcast in human history. Well, okay, maybe not. But stick around anyway, because we're going to have some fun. You know me, I'm the AB. And along with my crew, we'll talk DCL and everything else in between. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Atlantis After Dark. Hello, and welcome! You found your way to our humble little podcast. We appreciate you listening wherever you might have found us, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, or right here on Spreaker. Do you need me to tell you that every time? I don't know. I don't think you need to hear that every time. You know where to find us. If you're hearing us, you found us already. So don't let me waste any more of your time. However, wherever you are, don't forget to penetrate that subscribe button with a sock pickle and click that little bell icon if you're on YouTube so you never miss an episode. And yes, we are coming to you at the tail end of raids. Our first raid as an alliance, Atlantis After Dark, the double AD. We'll break them down and we'll break down the new tunes, Darkseid, Superwoman, now that we've got them available in the game. Not everybody has it yet, but everybody should have them available. Plus, we're going to talk about the Nightmare Challenge, which boasts, and I quote, amazing prizes. I did see a Rebirth Crystal pictured as a reward on the preview screen, so here's hoping, right? We've got that and so much more, so don't go anywhere. Let's meet today's panel. First up, our resident speedster. Women only call him ugly until they find out how much money he makes, and then they call him ugly and poor. It's a returning Black Flash. Vacation time's over, pal. What do you think?
I come back for this abuse, eh? I get no respect.
We love you, though.
How's this raid treating you, man?
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll get into that. It's actually not the worst raid that I've ever done. We'll talk about that in a bit. How did raids go for you, by the way?
I got a lot of work to do still, man. Personal.
All right, well, we'll get into it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, his parents gave him a name so white that when he enters it on a form, the ethnicity box automatically checks Caucasian. It's biffed by Adam West. How the hell are you today, man?
I'm doing great.
You are doing great. And by the way, can I say I love the new gear, man. The new headset. It's freaking great.
Oh, I have a big boy mic now. I'm an official podcaster.
That's right. One of us. Oh, my goodness. And joining us for the first time, everyone gets a free pass on their first show, but next time, just you wait. It's our newest friend and alliance mate, Reptmus. What's shaking, buddy?
Oh, not much, buddy. I appreciate it. Everything's going great. Really excited to be here. Wonderful alliance. Couldn't find a greater group of guys to be with.
Well, thanks, man. And by the way, welcome to Atlantis After Dark, both the show and the alliance. And welcome to all of our newest acquisitions. And I got to tell you, it blew my expectations out of the water on this raid. More on that a little later. It is regrettable that Whitty could not be here today. She sends everyone her best as she's out there being the real hero today. I'm sure she's going to be dealing with twats, which will no doubt put her in a good mood, but we already miss her. So, yeah, that's right. So,
fucking twats.
Yeah, well, see, hey, somebody's got to deal with it, and she is 1,000,000% qualified to do it.
The irony is she keeps twats alive.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And I'll tell you.
All twats matter.
Alt Watts. We're going to go down the rails today, aren't we? All right. Before we go too far down the rails here, Reptmus, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and how you wound up right here in Atlantis After Dark?
I've always been a fan of all comic books. I've always enjoyed DC a little bit more than Marvel comic book wise, because I always felt that they had the more in-depth storylines. If you go back and you look at like all the stories and the origins, it just feels like they had the better writers back then and Marvel had the better artists. Now, it's debatable today because everybody flip-flops, sides. You'll have a writer and it'll work for DC, then they'll move to Marvel and back and forth. But I was always a big fan of DC. Then I saw an advertisement for the DC Legends game, and I was like, oh, that seems like a pretty cool game. I think I missed it the first 3 days that it came out. So I started on the 4th day of release, and I've been here ever since. I was a free player for about the first year. Then I was just like, I got so addicted to it, I couldn't wait till reset happened. And then I became a well there for a while, spending a lot for about another year, building up my roster. Loving the game. We were the first ones. My alliance was NWO Wolfpack originally, and we were the first ones to get number 1 in the alliances, and we did that 9 times. We had a great team back then, but how time is, and everybody moves on. Then found my way here to you again. Yeah, found my way here to you guys, and having a great time. My alliance members, all moved over here with me, and we just want to, make everything great and just keep moving on, man.
Well, that sounds great, man.
I got to ask, the advertisement, was it on Facebook that found the game for you? When you seen it? Yeah. That was the greatest piece of marketing in DCL history. It rakes so many people into this game. they had so many good ads back then. They would put up videos, little character GIFs, animated GIFs telling everybody what their powers were. I mean, it was great marketing, and then it just went away. I remember seeing Supergirl turning legendary all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they treat us like fucking hostages.
That's what happens when you only have Steve.
Maybe that's why it took me so long to find the game, because I'm so old. I don't have Facebook.
The carrier pigeon took a while to get there.
Reptmus, I was free to play when I started first until the first Batgirl sale. And then that was what started the awful spiral downhill.
I understand that completely, buddy, especially when it's one of your favorite characters. Yes. You just can't help it. It's just like like a drug.
It is. You should see my Star Sapphire.
RB5.
RB5 and looking sexy. That's right. She remains my only RB5, but
I don't even have an RB2.
Well, you got plenty of fucking rebirth crystals for it, dickhead.
Not for a lack of fucking crystals.
I feel like you. I feel like you today, because I just got my 10th when I hit the final milestone, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm like, my hands are shaking, like on my phone, because I don't know when the Batgirl sale that was shown on the Masters coming up is going to happen. So I have to hold off. Because I need to get her back to my logo, and I need to get her RB5. So, which I will do as soon as that sale drops.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm going to use 10 today. I'm gonna pull.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna rebirth my Grundy.
Oh, I love Grundy, man.
I just got the shards finally the other day. I needed like 20 more throughout the week, and I got him. So he's going RB1.
I got RB5 here, buddy.
Woohoo! He must be nasty.
Good Lord.
He's my favorite.
Tanky. Really tanky.
Right?
Yes. I don't think I ever play a match without him.
That's awesome.
I am in full favor of any member of the Legion of Doom. Because it's just my favorite cartoon, and I cannot wait to RB4 my Grodd.
Oh, yeah.
I can't RB5 him just because that would have him leapfrog Batgirl. So I need her back as the logo after this Harley Quinn broken shit.
You're having a hard time with that, aren't you?
No, I'm good with it now. No, I have an RB4. I have a RB4 Harley Quinn. She's a fucking monster now that they fixed her.
Yeah. I was having some fun with Harley in this female blitz. For the first time ever playing this game, I looked at my battle log, and there was, 15, 20 battles on there. I only lost 3 of them.
Wow.
I was using Enchantress, Harley, Miss Martian, Star Sapphire. Mean ass team.
Right.
Oh, yes. Is it nasty?
That sounds good.
I'm probably one of the people that have like the worst RNG in the game. My Harley Quinn, she's RB5. And I literally had, and this is no exaggeration, this is after the fix. I literally had 10 evasion ups, still got smacked by Martian Manhunter and got killed. Their team had 1, I'm not kidding, 1 evasion up on their Harley, and 2 of my team members missed her. I don't get it.
Wow.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
That's just bad luck, yeah.
Oh, man.
That sucks, dude. If you guys haven't tried it yet, though, try the Enchantress lead with Harley. It's mean, because not only does she have the evasions, Enchantress does that 0-turn heal that gives you damage immunity. So they just stand there, just shooting, bang. It's awesome.
Making a note now.
Well, make all your notes because I want to talk about raids. We brought it up at the top of the program, and I feel it fair to say we are recording on the last day of raids. I think Atlantis After Dark did extremely well. I mean, let me tell you, they blew my expectations out of the water. When I first started this little thing, I really had no intention of making it a full-time alliance. I basically sat down and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start an alliance. I'm just going to collect my meager rewards and go on about my way. And Biff and Whitty said, no.
It was your cabin in the woods.
Yes, it was my cabin, and it was my retirement home. And then Biff and Whitty said, we got other plans. And I'm so glad that they did, because this is, in a word, fucking amazing. And I can't thank all of you enough, because you really, really, really went out of your way. And, I mean, at one point, we were in 11th place. We were ready to crack top 10. And how insane is that?
That was the top spot.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, and by the way, if raids happened last week as scheduled, we would have had 7 members, and we were completely going to punt on it, and it gets delayed a week. I can't thank Reptmus enough for bringing his people over. We have a lot more to come post raids. This alliance, the name of it is so important to us, Atlantis After Dark, because it's really about our podcast. So, Reptmus, we thank you for, you had one of the first alliances, the first World's Finest, to sacrifice your name to come with us is much appreciated, and we certainly exceeded expectations. We will cruise to top 50. And as the retirement home thing could not be more correct, AB, because this is how I've been talking and recruiting to people, is this is a whale retirement home. We're not going to push top 10. We're just going to cruise, give people time back in their raid weekends to be with their families, do individuals, whatever the case may be. But we are locked in top 50 and excited.
He says we're not going to push top 10. We're just going to tickle its asshole.
We pushed it on day 1 when we got to 11.
Oh, jeez.
Tickle it with your sock pickle.
Man, you guys did. You kicked ass. It was impressive to watch. It really was.
Yeah. And I mean, as time goes on, I only see that getting better. We are mean motherfuckers. As time goes on, we're only going to get better. We got
that's
my gig.
Yeah, we got some big names lined up post raid to complete the roster. So, in honor of Whitty, for all you twats that wanted to wait till we were 29 out of 30 before jumping in, you're probably left out in the cold because we are pretty much full now.
Yep. You snooze, you lose.
So where are you guys sitting right now?
I think we're at 28th. I think we're 28 right now, but we stopped.
We shut it down about 2 hours ago.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
This has been a weird raid. We've seen a lot of different names up there, a lot of people pushing too. So it seems like a lot of cylinders were firing. So for you guys to stay there too, you guys really killed it.
Now, how are you guys in raids right now?
Atlantis? Yeah. Atlantis is in third. That's what I woke up to. We were in second for quite a while. That was pretty cool. But I don't think many people are focusing on it anymore. Yeah, me myself, I've done personal all day so far. I got a lot of work to do. I'm sitting at 300 million is where I landed right before I came down here to talk with you fellas.
Right.
You do have some work.
So where are y'all at?
Yeah,
you do have some work. I don't have any work to do because I hit milestone 50 and said, not doing any more of this shit.
That's right. That's where you stop, isn't it?
50 or 55?
I just want the rebirth crystals. No, I'm not doing 55. What's a 55? Let me look.
No, 55 is the rebirth crystals. I think.
I really like the level 3 gear throughout the 60s. That's kind of my main.
Well, sure.
I like the gear. Yeah, but today
No, level 50 is the rebirth crystals.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally used up all the energy from the raid packs. So now I'm about to focus on farming gear. I got to finish my Coda. Coda, is that it? Champion of the Amazon?
Right, yeah.
Nice rework.
She kicks ass. That was a rework worth it.
And I am so happy because she is one of 3 characters I don't have L5 shards for prior to this. So she's only one of 3, and at end of PvP tomorrow there will only be 2.
Nice, you're ticking that list off quick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
great, good deal, man. I don't know where I got my shards for her at. I've got her at L5, and I have enough to rebirth her, but I cannot remember where in the world I got all those shards from.
Must have been right on release. Yeah.
Well, you've been playing forever.
Holy crap.
You were one of those smart people who's been playing forever and actually played the game right at the beginning, unlike me.
It took BF 3 years to make the jump to Gear 4.
he isn't kidding.
Hey, slow and steady wins the race, buddy.
Right?
Yep.
It does.
Slowest speedster around.
That's it.
They call me Black Slug for a reason, right? Oh boy.
Oh. So where are you guys in the PvP to get your Coda shards?
I don't know.
I'm like 500, I think, but I don't push. I never push 6 at a time. It's impossible. I just got my first plus 14 in 3 months.
What was their power level?
Yeah.
46.5 Red Frenchie.
Good. Jesus.
I posted the video on YouTube and on the chat channel because
I seen
it was a 2.5 minute fight. Okay. I went full evasion and retail on him. And I only got 6 offensive turns in 2.5 minutes and 3 started.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean, I just sat there for like 45 seconds between getting a chance to press a button because everything was evade, retaliate, and to have that long a fight and only get 6 turns was fucking fun as hell.
46K. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. I'm sitting right here at 951.
I wonder if I can see
right now. That gives me, what is that? 195. So I would get 195 additional shards. But I'm here to tell you, that's not where I'm going to end up. I am going to go.
You're going to push top 100
higher than that in the next. I think I might. You're going to have
a busy 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, I am, and I knew that was going to be the case.
3,000. Yuck. I need to do some work there.
3,000.
Come on, Jesus. You should be able to fall out of bed and get top 1,500. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. That's a man who gives zero shits right there.
Yeah. I think I'm hovering about 600, close to 700 right now.
Yep.
So I'll end up with about 195 because I'm not pushing. I never see anything more than 6 points on my board. I can't remember the last time. I think I did go up against Red Frenchie, and he was a 9 for me one time. But now I went up against him again, and he's a 6. So I guess once you get so many RB5 tunes, you kind of like screw yourself in PvP.
Yeah, you just can't. You get the power up, and there's just nothing there. Like to try to push top 100 if you have the rosters we do, just useless.
Yeah, it's so painful to be a whale.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I'm not a whale anymore. But,
well, hey, listen, BF, we're gonna get some stimulus checks, so party on for an RB5 Darkseid.
I gotta go grocery shopping, homie.
If he didn't go RB5 on Black Flash, he's not going RB5 on Darkseid.
Yeah, no. Ramen doesn't cost that much, man.
25 cents a pack or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still collecting that wedding rice.
Yes, you are, man.
What do you think about Darkseid?
I'm just getting ready to tell you. I think Darkseid is really fucking good. Really fucking good. He doesn't hit as hard as Superwoman. I don't know how that works, but Superwoman hits like a fucking truck.
Really?
Darkseid?
Yes, she does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Superwoman hits like a fucking truck. She's like, I would compare her to Arcus. Would you think that's right, Rhett?
I would say close. I would say more. She's like the red Power Girl. Like when Power Girl first came out, how dominating she was before the power creep. Because it's her empowered strength. When she gets those stacked up, I mean, it's just like you guys said, it's like a freaking truck hits you.
Well, damn it.
Yeah.
Now I got more work to do today. I haven't even unlocked her yet. Now I got a Gear 11er today, too.
You haven't unlocked her? Do you have the
No,
shards?
I've been doing this raid bullshit.
Oh, for
no, not
fuck's
yet. I've been
sake.
doing this raid
This is
shit.
why you're poor, man.
Yeah.
This is why you're fucking poor. Don't do the fucking work.
I've been busy over here, man.
By the way, speaking of Power Girl, did you see the one little tweaky fucking douchey move Steve made? And they had Power Girl Red Alert 25 today, which is the only Red Alerts I ever do are the Power Girl ones. And fuck, they put it on raid weekend. Steve,
my
douchey.
God.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, there's a lot to be desired here, I think. But yeah, getting back to Darkseid. So right now I've only got him R4, right? I'm not going to spend any more to get him until his packs come out. But I've got him
only R4
ringed. Yeah, only R4. But I've got him ringed all the way now. So I've got him all rung up. I've got him up at gear level 11, level 80. Just waiting for more packs to drop. And when they do drop, I'm going to be using my stimulus package. Because he's going to stimulate some fucking teams, let me tell you.
Call Darkseid his prostate, because it's going
to... his erosion blast is decent, but I'll tell you what, where he really shines is stacking those INTs, right? So if you get him to a point where he has, 4 or more INTs up on him, I mean, that's where all of his legendary powers come into play, and that's where you really want him. You're talking about apply 25% turn meter down on targets. You're talking about can't miss and applying 20% shields. He's not so much, I mean, is he a leader? Yeah, he's got a leadership ability. I don't have that unlocked yet, but I will.
His basic stuns.
So this bastard, he has the intelligent ups. He stuns. He's a leader. He has a can't miss. He has an AOE?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
And a call
Omega Beams
assist,
is an AOE.
75%. 75% call assist on all teammates as well.
God.
After their turn.
Yep.
They just put a little bit of everything in that soup.
Just
he's a god.
Yeah.
Whew.
So I'm not upset about that. I think Hate Mail actually said that he might be S tier. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what the Court of Owls have to say on the matter. But
Hate Mail's gonna jump off at any blue that could stun. He's going to be very excited. So,
and he's a leader.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Got that stunning leader.
To get him all the way up. Oh my God.
Stuns on his basic.
All the way up there.
That's what makes it kind of awesome. Just as
he gets those intelligent ups on his basic too, right?
Yeah, you need 4 in-ups to use your legendary. So you automatically get the 4 in-ups as soon as you attack, which will stun, which activates the legendary.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Is the stun 100%?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it a select? It's a select, basically a select your own stun too. Well, and that's not as good as Kilowog's, but it's a stun on the basic. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Although I could see putting Kilowog on his team.
Oh, Bart.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody talking about Clayface is apparently really good with Darkseid. I forget where I seen that, but somebody was saying it.
Probably the instant buff ups triggers some of his passives.
That makes sense. I'm going to have to do good this siege. That way I can get me a decent Darkseid.
You've got a decent Clayface.
Mm-hmm. I love my Clayface. He's one of my RBs. How you guys doing in this siege? I'm assuming Mr. Bear over here is trying to do as best as possible.
Yeah, last I looked, and I'm not going to open siege because that's a siege trick, right? You don't want to let people get at you. But last I looked last night, and I was taking screenshots, and I didn't take one last night for some reason. I was sitting at 162.
Nice.
So,
and I had
not too bad.
Prior to the siege, I had put out a wager to our original 7 prior to our merger that I was putting a WWE belt on the line for the number 1 person out of us 7 in siege. And we had, when we started, AB was like 30th, Woody was top 100, X-Ran was 80, and I'm just like, oh fuck. I gotta buy a $200 fucking belt to send these jokers, and which was my own doing, by the way. But I'm actually killing this seed. I never go this high because I don't buy any siege energy, and I haven't this one either. But for some reason, I've been a lot of plus 20s. I'm
nice.
I got 5 matches to play today and a board clear pending. And I'm like 100th right now. So I'll probably be about 40 or so at reset. So
that's
nice.
sweet.
I don't know what's
sweet.
It's just I've lost one character. I've lost one character so far, and I've never done plus 20s ever. And I've been the bonus characters are good.
Yes, they are. I kind of screwed up right at the beginning. When the first siege match, I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted. I hit the button with the wrong team and got slaughtered. Lost my first match, and then I went back in and lost my second match. So my very first 2 matches I fought, I lost and I was just like, man, I already screwed myself. But luckily, yesterday I got some board clears, like 320 straight in a row. Now I'm at 97. So I'm back up there. And I still can buy energy if I have to. I just don't want to. I don't want to spend 2K gems on the pack energy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to spend any energy packs if I can't help it. And speaking of energy packs, I think this is as good a time as any to take a break so we can recharge and come back at the second half. Don't go anywhere. Double AD will be right back. Howdy, folks. Merle Nelson again. You know, after a long, tiring day of cow poking, I like to unwind by soaking in my bathtub with my favorite bath bombs. But I don't just use any old bath bomb. No sirree. I always reach for legendary Essence brand bath bombs. Made with 23 essential nutrients and vitamins, they rejuvenate my skin, leaving me feel hydrated and fresh like the morning dew. Its purple nutrients take me to a whole new level, which just makes me stronger and more durable. And I know it's good for me because Legendary Essence is always paraben-free. So I urge you, try some Legendary Essence. You'll be glad you did. Till next time, this is Merle Nelson saying, happy trails, partner. See you on down the road. And we're back on Double AD. I'm joined here today by my pals Biff, BF, and Reptmus, and we're talking all things DCL. And I wanted to kind of talk, I just heard about this, and I wanted to bring it up because, drama never seems to end in the magical land of DCL. A little bird told me that Twin City Legend was dumped by his alliance mates. Can somebody confirm that?
Last I seen his name on the board, he had no affiliation tied to it.
Wow. Does anybody know what happened there? I mean,
no clue. No clue.
Wow.
I don't know what caused it or anything, but I feel like it's kind of a shitty situation for Twin. I feel bad for the guy a little bit.
Well,
I mean, that's douchey to do even to a cheater. I mean, like mid raid, like ride him to getting the alliance way up there and then dump him. Like that's an alliance. Sorry, I'm not interested in.
No, not at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it just seems really backhanded, kind of. But again, I don't know the facts, so.
Right. Well, and I don't want to speculate either, but at the same time, I just thought it was, an interesting tidbit to kind of broach because, in a roundabout sort of way, that's the whole reason we're all here. So, I hope he lands on his feet. I really do. I mean, I don't have anything against the guy personally, but this is what happens, people. This is what happens. When you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So, there you go.
Crabs.
All right. Crabs. Where the fuck have you been laying down?
Joe's Crab Shack?
Joe's, Jesus. You found the old mattress behind the dumpster. Look, honey, we're saving $800.
Hey, it was before Uncle Joe's fuck you money, okay?
Yeah, Uncle Joe's fuck you money. Oh, my God. So, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the Nightmare Challenge, or as I like to say, the Reskinned Anniversary event. Is that pretty much what we're looking at? Is that what it is?
That's funny.
That's what I believe it is. 100%. I believe that's what it is.
I hope so. God,
I hope it has those Martian Manhunter shards again. Ooh.
And anything that is money rebirth crystals as that 4th anniversary is I'm all for. So, the only thing I think, and I've gotten some inklings from some people kind of in the know, but it's been very tight-lipped, is this is going to be a very difficult event. Maybe even more so than the 4th anniversary. So
some would say a nightmare.
Yes. And so for you newer players, and everything, just get ready. Don't get your hopes up. Because it's, I'm sure there'll be something there for you, but there's been a lot of clamoring to take care of some of the in-game players and give them a challenge and give them something to do. Because remember, once you've gear 11 to everybody and, PvP's a joke and everything like that. I actually have a newfound respect for the whales that stick around. Because there's just not a lot to do in the game when you get to that level.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that. That does kind of suck, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, you see some big players leaving the game right now. So the reason I'm into this game and the reason I play is roster building.
Mm-hmm.
I want to build a deep roster. I have 120, maxed out, level 80, max rings, G11, L4 to RB4. Then I have, a handful that are level 70 and maxed out. And then I have my bottom 18 now that are just level 60, G10. But I was starting to think after my friend Jonathan Crane had that blow up with hate mail on a previous episode about going G12. I started to think to myself, boy, I'm getting really close to not having a lot to build. So, I've kind of taken a 180. I've been trying to convince Jonathan that maybe G12 or level 90 might be a good thing. He just throws a drink at me and yells at me.
I'm about to throw something at you
minions
too.
after you.
Right.
The minions are working overtime.
Yeah, honestly, I would take another level advance and another gear advance over them making like a DC Legends 2.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I couldn't start over in a game like this.
I'd cry if they ever did that. You just had to start fresh and fuck it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd say I'm out.
Same here.
So pay attention, Steve. We're giving you hot tips here on this show.
And by the way, do not introduce G12 level 90 or above with no new content, you fucking twats.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
Because if there's not a coming soon nodes 9 and 10 that goes along with G12, you guys can fuck off.
Man, I really hope I can get some Martian Manhunter shards out of this event.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Martian Manhunter. Like, who were the shards they gave us last time? Was it Marty and Donna Troy?
Martian Manhunter was one of them.
2 shards? Was one of them? Am I mistaken in the fact that we got Donna Troy shards as well on the anniversary?
It was,
okay.
Yeah, it was Donna, Martian Manhunter, and I thought there was another one in there. I think Martian Manhunter was the highest clear reward.
Yeah. How many rebirth crystals did we get out of that?
What was it, like 8 a day?
Remember? I want to say, yeah.
I remember rebirthing at least 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
it had
made
to be
it great.
over 30. Yeah.
And I heard someone say that they didn't expect that level of rebirth crystals on this one. But then again, no one knows anything because it's been very tight-lipped.
Yeah. Yeah. Communication is key, right?
When's that? That starts in what, like another week?
It's like St. Patrick's Day, I think. It's right around St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, Nightmare Challenge. It's going to probably be the same day as fucking Justice League comes out.
I think it's the day before. I think it's the day before, actually. I have to double check the calendar, but
they're playing on the whole Nightmare theme from that movie. I just realized that. Light bulb. Bing.
Hey, maybe it'll be free. Maybe it'll be Darkseid shards.
Oh my Jesus!
That'd be pretty slick.
Well, I mean, his face is plastered right on it.
Man, it'll just be a bunch of Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, Mr. Miracle. Yay!
Hey, believe it or not,
my cup floweth over.
He's not that bad. I was using him with his ability to do the true sight and give everybody an awareness. You have him with Martian Manhunter and Donna Troy at the same time. You're stacking up awareness on everybody, and they all have true sight so they can get around evasion or taunters. He's not horrible. He's not the best, but he's not horrible.
By the way, I had no plans to do anything with Mr. Miracle, and I'm usually the last person of the party. I wait for everyone else to review him, but for some reason I was bored and I was just looking at his kit and I'm like, oh my gosh, he has evasions, and I'm like, okay, so right away, green with evasions to go along with Bart. I jumped him up to that second tier G11 level 70 maxed out. I had a good time with him with his week. He's not bad.
And his ability to hit under shields is a plus.
Mine's still tier 1, level 1.
Yeah. I've got him a little higher than that. But everybody says, oh, he's not that bad. And my retort is always, he's not that good either.
Yes.
Well, he's no Coda, so.
Right. No, he's not that good. I mean, if you like using him, fair play, good for you. I just have no room for him anywhere in my roster.
I tell you what, I went into Siege and I used Martian Manhunter, Mr. Miracle, Penguin, and Donna Troy, and I had so many evasion ups and totally destroyed the other team. They didn't even have a chance. But would I use him normally in my PvP and other things? No. It was just he fit the theme.
That is one of the fun things about Siege and shit, how you have to try and build teams sometimes. Instead of going to like the Wraith Arena where you just same one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep using the same team over and over.
I've been using that Barda lead trick that we were taught from somebody in this Siege, because I've been with 4 bonus tunes and no leaders. I've been running Donna Troy leader, and for my plus 20s. So I guess we found a second tune that has a secret leader ability that no one else knew about.
Right.
I still haven't geared mine.
Oh, you haven't geared your Donna Troy?
Nope.
So let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, this is no shit. I can't remember. Yeah, the fucking toolbox. But who doesn't have a Donna Troy geared? Anyways,
it's only L1.
I would expect that if you were just starting the game. Shit. No, it kind of brings you back to the Nightmare Challenge, just like the anniversary event. And I'll say this to everyone in the Alliance. Pay attention to Discord, because when that event comes up, everybody helps everybody else. There was a team that I stumbled across during that initial challenge, and I believe it was Lex SS, and then I used Donna Troy, and then I used Azrael and Miss Martian. And even though it sounds like kind of a weird team, it was amazing. Now, you had to manually work that team throughout that entire challenge, and every match took a long time. But I'll be damned if I didn't win every match the first time.
Well, I got one for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I autoed that event every day with Lex, Reverse Flash, Miss Martian, and SS.
Okay.
That was a really good one.
And I remember, because it's been so long since any PvE event was any kind of challenge. So I remember autoing just on one of my standard teams that I like running. And all of a sudden, I looked back at my phone like 20 seconds later, and I was dead. And I was like, what the hell just happened? I mean,
I have to try.
I do the hero events without taking damage on auto.
Shit. That hasn't happened in 2 years.
I haven't lost a PvE. And so then I went, AB, to your point, I went straight to our Discord channel back at the old place, right there. And I said, hey, what just happened here? Like, what teams are people using?
There was a few good bleed teams that totally wrecked on that event.
Such as?
That's what I was waiting for.
I'm trying to remember the team, but I think it was, how do you say it? Josh Roars. I think he posted a team that he went through, and it was a bleed team. And so I was like, well, I'll go in and try it out. And it totally wiped them out so fast. It was like doing a normal PvE match. It was only like about 3 or 4 turns, and you just saw the life just suck right out of them. I wish I would have remembered who that was, but it was really good.
I think Siren was one of them, because she's
probably Chemo.
Yeah,
that was probably 2 of them. Yeah.
Yep.
I imagine Red Hood lead, maybe Red Hood lead, Siren, Chemo, and
Manta.
Up in your 4th. Manta would be an interesting one. Yeah,
I love Manta. I think he's underrated.
Bleed teams are fun.
Yeah.
Manta's good.
Mine's not geared.
Man, can you imagine a bleed team with Darkseid and all his call assists, like the Red Hood and Chemo and everybody constantly tagging all those bleeds and disease?
Now you've said it. Now you've said it. Oh.
Man, I need to gear my chemo.
You do. I don't use chemo as much, but yeah. He is handy to have around if you want to build a good bleed team.
Stop talking about good tunes. I'm doing Superwoman and Coda today. I don't need to add anything to my list.
You have a very long list.
You do.
Fucker.
So at the end of last siege, and just real quick, at the end of last siege, M4, who has his own stream, his own Twitch stream, which I like watching, and I haven't watched it in such a long time, and I need to get back in there and watch it again. He won the siege last month, right? And we're all rooting him on. We're all saying, do it, buddy, do 2 in a row. And I actually threw down the gauntlet for him. I said, M4, if you win siege twice in a row, I will dress up like Marylin Monroe and sing happy fucking birthday. So this is a shout out to M4. If you can do it, I'm dead serious. I will post a video of me in a blonde wig and a dress singing happy birthday to you, my friend.
Who's operating
Challenge
the fan?
Laid down.
No fan.
Maybe I can get my wife to set up the oscillator there.
God, no fan, for Christ's sake. At least it's not going to cost you $200.
That's right.
Like my challenge.
Well, I'm $200 challenge. No, I will need to hit Amazon up, my friend Amazon, for a blonde wig, and maybe I can borrow one of. You know what? I'll cut one of my white shirts into a dress for it. There you go. But I will do it. So if you want to see that, please yield to M4. I hope you don't. I don't want to do it. But if you want to see it, that's what you got to do. And by the way, head over to his server, M4's Dojo. It's a fun little place. A lot of my pals are there. Be sure to check it out.
I was cheering for him until you just said that. By the way, speaking
what are you
of
saying?
I don't want to see you in a dress. God damn, no. I can't. That's something I can't unsee. I can't unsee that.
No, you're right.
But by the way, did everyone see M4 posted a video on a 150 boss today of a $200,000 damage output?
That's badass.
No.
Yes.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, Superwoman was killing it.
Yeah. It was Superwoman, Shiva, and Riddler. And he
wow.
No,
and he got 200,000. The video's up on Reddit. And
that's kick ass.
Yeah, it was interesting. Oh, by the way, and I other than that one, which is crazy, and I never obviously wouldn't have thought of, and I don't have Superwoman at that level for raids, but I want to give a shout out to our witty Amazon, because if you listen to our pre-raids show, you can find her quoted as saying, Hippolyta and Shiva will be the MVPs of this raid. And quite frankly, for me, I was using Hippolyta and Shiva against all 3 affinity bosses. And it was the best thing I tested. Yep. So it was boring because I'd done my green, blue, red, gives a shit. But our own witty Amazon was the one that called that pre-raid.
Yeah, I haven't used any other tunes the whole time. And the fun thing is, the 90s cost me 3, the 68s cost me 2, and the 51s, they're paying me.
Yep.
I love it. And that's using Hippo Shiva on all of them. So I'm making some energy out of this one.
And there were a few people that said Cersei was better against green. Some people say adding Connor to that group against blue. And I had some very good success. I did some 145s with Connor, Shiva, Connor, and Hippo.
Arcus at 1.2.
Yeah, I had 145, but I think I did 155 with just Hippo and Shiva.
Damn.
Yeah, my biggest.
That's all I use.
My biggest is 101 million with Hippo Shiba.
Yep.
That's my best so far.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that makes the last day a lot easier when you can
I bet it does.
I hit 500 at 9:30 this morning, and it was basically because I spawned 4 150s in a row, and that was 20 million. Just boom. I went from 475 to 495, and then I started having to use my energy to, like, on Note 8, because I didn't need to skimp on those little 5 energy ones anymore, because I'm like, I'm going to be at 500 and then I'm shutting it down.
I woke up this morning at 186 million.
I couldn't sleep last night if I had 186 million.
Jeez.
I'm at 308 now.
Are you going for the 70?
Yeah, most likely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm going to torture myself probably.
Yeah, it's your funeral, man.
Well, I want to do Coda and Superwoman, like I said, so I'm just going to do it right now. That way, it 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, you might as well. And with that, folks, I think that's going to do it here for us today on the old AAD. As always, I like to wrap it around the horn. Biff, what are your words of wisdom? What's your last word of the day, pal?
No, just looking forward to this event. Hoping that it is a challenge. Hoping I got my fingers crossed on RB crystals, because I have 4 rebirths that I am itching to do right now, and I have 10 crystals right now. So if I can get 30 out of this event, I would be absolutely thrilled.
Right. Well, the next time we do the show, we should be knee-deep into said event. So we'll be able to talk a little bit about what was all in there. So, good deal. BF, lay down some pearls of wisdom, pal.
That just sounds dirty. My pearl of wisdom is, don't be an idiot like BF and save all the work for the last day.
This is why you're poor.
At least I did my taxes.
Yeah, you finally did your taxes. An ode to the CTS.
Exactly. You guys bullied me into it.
Oh, yeah. Reptmus, you get the last word today, pal. What is it?
Some words of wisdom. I would say just, enjoy the game. Don't make it a chore or a second job. If it ever starts feeling like that, take a step back, talk with your alliance members, have some fun with it. Try out some new combos, new team comps, because you're here to have fun. And a lot of time, a lot of people quit because it gets too burdensome. So just have fun with it. And I just want to give a big shout out to our alliance. Fantastic job, guys. Greatly appreciate all the teamwork. And we have a wonderful alliance, and I can't wait to keep moving forward.
Amen.
Beautiful. Well said. Well said. And that is going to do it. We want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to be with us today. Never miss an episode. Subscribe, drop some love with likes, stars, high fives, or hashtags, and spread the word if you like what you hear, because we depend on your word of mouth to grow, and we certainly appreciate our listeners for doing so. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time, right here on another edition of Atlantis After Dark. For Biff, Reptmus, and BF, so long, everybody.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful podcasters ever assembled. Super Male, Biff Man, Witty Amazon, Black Flash, AB, dedicated to fun, entertainment, and quality podcasting everywhere. This is Atlantis After Dark.
It's very slimy in there.